might have woke you up a little bit there, but when we think of classic trumpets, we think of classic trumpets like the New York Bach trumpet or the Martin Committee trumpet. But when I think of classic commercial trumpets, recording trumpets, trumpets that you've heard thousands and thousands of recordings, I can't think of anything but this Calicchio 1S2. Stay tuned to this video and I'll tell you a little bit more about this one. Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Trent Austin from Austin Custom Brass. I hope you're having a fantastic day out there today. Thanks so much for all your great support of the shop. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with us. We have so many amazing horns. I'm like literally surrounded by 100 horns in this back room of the shop. We are open for visits. You don't need to schedule an appointment. We encourage you to schedule an appointment so we can have all of the right, most appropriate gear that you're looking for. And be sure to check out our web store, which will be in the description, because we have inventory that changes by the hour, literally. This horn just came into us, speaking of fast changing inventory. This horn came into us recently, a few days ago, via a trade. This is an LA Calicchio. This is one made after Dominic's passing. He passed away in the 70s. This one is made by I think Chris in the 90s, and it is the classic setup. The classic setup, when you think of Calicchio trumpets, when you think of a classic setup in a Bach, you're thinking a Bach 37. Or in a Schilke, you think a B1 or an S42. You think of a Martin Committee. The 1S2 Calicchio is really the definitive model in the Calicchio line. It's funny because somebody online said, oh, that's like the Freddie Hubbard trumpet. Freddie Hubbard had a Calicchio model, but it was very, very different. Very large, very wide, very open. This horn is clean, crisp, compact, just an amazing commercial trumpet. So you heard that beginning of that clip of hanging long enough on my TAZ. It's just so present and just responsive. So let's look at that logo on the bell, and I'll zoom it in so you can see it. So there's the Calicchio right there, and you can see beautiful 1S Dominic Calicchio, Los Angeles. They'll also have a stamp right here with the Calicchio. And then you could see the great condition of the buttons. They work just wonderfully. A lot of Calicchio trumpets, I'm going to back up here. A lot of Calicchio trumpets have clunky valves, really loud valves. These, they're fine. They're metal guides, so you can hear that. But all horns with metal guides are going to have a little bit more noise than the standard. So this has got the 2 lead pipe, and I think I could show that to you. So you can see the 2 right there. And the 1S bell. Very much a classic, like dream. Valves are in awesome shape. Look at that. They're in great shape. Beautifully made trumpet. Now, if you put in a normal sized mouthpiece, this is a commercial lead mouthpiece, this horn actually can play beautifully in the mid and low registers. So I'm going to play a little bit of Halsey Stevens for you and Hindemith on this trumpet. So let me just switch. I'll actually start with a clip that I play often, which is the Charlier number 2. I'm not really a classical trumpet player much these days, but this horn will do it. If you want to play a ballad, it's great. This mic is just a camera mic. It's not super sweet like our Barkley ribbon mic that we use at the home studio, but it's very accurate. And that's the other thing that the Calicchio trumpets do really, really well. They tape really well. They get picked up on a microphone quite superbly. So here's just a little bit of In a Sentimental Mood. This is I should say this is a 3C mouthpiece that I'm using. So it can be far more versatile than one would assume because it's a Calicchio. But where the Calicchio truly shines is in the commercial side of things. So check this out. I'm just going to play a little, just some lead trumpet. Here's a little bit of TOP. So if you've been looking for what I consider to be one of the best commercial trumpets ever made, we have this horn in stock, and it's really priced very fairly considering how desirable Calicchio trumpets are that haven't been played to death. A lot of Calicchios you'll see have been really beat to smithereens. So check this out today. The link is in the description. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thanks so much for all you do for ACB. Hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, let's have some fun.